they immediately just blame that on a DEI hire. And at FAIR, we're like, no, 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 no. You can't just assume that someone's a DEI hire because they're a woman, or that they're incompetent because they're a woman. And you point that out and you get the wrath of the right.
Well,
So you can't.
this we talked about this with Lionel Shriver. We interviewed the writer Lionel Shriver, and she was saying she was watching an interview with the head of the World Health Organization, who was a Black woman, and the thought just entered her mind, that's a DEI hire. And she was horrified by that thought. But that's the impulse that I think a lot of people now are going to have. We're going to leap to that conclusion because of how far off the rails DEI went, I think. It's a pendulum swing in the wrong direction.
It's the backlash we were talking about. It's really unfortunate. But it's so predictable. And I think what's disingenuous on the left is they seem shocked by this. Like, oh my God, why is there this backlash against gays and lesbians, for example, after conflating our movement with the transgender movement? Why is this backlash against, people of color after obsessing about color and insisting that hiring be based on color? This just entirely, to me,
How could this be?
how could this be? I mean, it's a total disregard of human nature.
Can I ask you about, I've heard you use this wonderful analogy about how social change is kind of, you compare it to a person becoming obese. Do you know what I'm talking about? It sounds weird when I say it, but can you walk us through that? Because I think it's really perfect for
Yeah.
trans rights, certainly.
Yeah, and that's actually leads into something else we were discussing about, like, accepting and acknowledging our progress. But so the analogy is that, imagine you're a really obese person, and you need to lose weight, but instead of losing weight sensibly, 1 to 2 pounds a week, I've been overweight all my life, so I can relate to this. You ladies probably can't, but the sensible way to lose weight and to keep it off. Oh, okay, any woman over 40 knows this, but the sensible way to lose weight and keep it off is to do it slowly, right? To do it in a measured and deliberate fashion. If you lose weight on a crash diet, like 30 or 40 pounds in half a year or whatever, you are almost guaranteed to gain that weight back because it's not done in a healthy, measured, organic way.